Morning, welcome to Roses Reports Live on YSTV. I'm Matt.
And I'm Grace. The current score is York 41 against Lancaster 34. We have so many exciting things to talk about today. We're looking at some of the footage from yesterday, and we'll be having a chat with one of the members from the University of York's football club.
Yeah, Saturday is such a big day for Roses action. But what was your best part of Friday? What was the best thing about Friday?
There were so many amazing things. I loved the opening ceremony. Never seen boxing before, ever. But it was a lot more intense, and I think the crowd got really behind the competitors, which was really good to see.
Boxing was absolutely incredible. We were ringside. It was probably a highlight of my time at York so far.
Definitely.
Actually. But I think, actually, like you said, that everybody's getting into it. Everybody is having just as much fun as we are. So why don't we take a look at some of the highlights from yesterday?
Hello and welcome to Roses 2015. We're here in Central Hall in York for the opening ceremony.
I don't know if you can probably hear it, but the atmosphere in here is absolutely amazing.
Good evening, Lancaster!
So many exciting events from yesterday, and do you know what? We've got even more coming up today.
We do indeed, and you can watch them live at roseslive.co.uk/live.
Yep, today we are collaborating with the fabulous folks at LA1 TV to bring you live streams of everything. We've got men's football from 10 to 11 a.m. We've got badminton, we've got volleyball and trampolining from 9 a.m. to 3:30. We'll be at the pool from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. bringing you all of the action, and you do not want to miss our evening show from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. as we bring you all of the coverage from darts.
Wow, that is so much that you can watch all day if you want. I might just have to get some popcorn and I'll just sit here, I think. That might go well.
Twitter is going absolutely mad for Roses at the moment. Hashtag Roses are white. is trending everywhere.
Or if you're from Lancaster, you can use the hashtag #IamLancaster. We have Thomas Finelli, who says, at 10:10, where am I? Why can't I turn off my alarm? Why am I covered in stamps? Why is the room spinning? Do I have to get up for Roses 2015? Hashtag of. He sounds like he's got a good day coming up.
Saying last night's Fight Night stamp looks suspiciously like an old Willow stamp. Might have to try that one later on tonight. And we're hearing that at the moment York's cricket team are 0 for 1 at the moment. Come on, York.
You could do it.
We need you to notch some runs up on that.
We also have women's football coming up later on today, haven't we?
We do. We've got women's football, we've got men's football, women's hockey's coming up as well today. This day is just crammed full of sport. It's the meat on the bones of Roses, I think.
But my favourite bit from last year actually was at the swimming pool. We got to watch the water polo. I helped film that last year, and the octopus, which you can go watch at the pool this afternoon. And that is around 3:30, I believe, the octopus is happening. But there's things happening at the pool all day.
There is indeed. And speaking of exciting things to watch, we have some highlights from yesterday's fencing fixtures for you to see. So let's take a look at one of those matches.
Ready? Facts. Come on, Devon. Ready? Facts. Power cross may release off target. On guard. On guard. Ready? Facts. Replacement. Come on, Devon. Okay, Devon. Ready, fast. Ready, fast. That's about one target. Ready, fast. Ready, fast. On guard. Ready, fast.
Wow, I think I might have to try that out sometime. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I'd rather you than me. But yeah, speaking of matches, we've got Ollie here from the University of York Football Club.
Welcome.
Thank you, nice to be here.
How are you finding Roses so far?
Yeah, it's been brilliant so far. We had a relaxed day yesterday, just checking out some of the fixtures in on campus. Went down to support the hockey, really enjoyed the indoor hockey. And then a lot of us went to the boxing last night before getting an early night. Lots of order as well.
Amazing. So you are on the second football team, yeah?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, what position do you play?
I'm centre-back for the second team, but I'm also the club secretary.
Amazing.
So.
And obviously, University of York football is probably one of the biggest sports clubs out there, isn't there? How many teams have you got at the moment?
Yeah, well, we're actually the biggest single-sex club on campus in terms of membership, and we've got 4 teams that play each week in Bucks, but unfortunately we only have 3 teams that play at Roses. So.
How well do you think that these different teams are going to perform today?
Well, we've got the ones kicking off at 12, and I think that was close. It was a draw last year. They've improved year on year, and they've had a fantastic season. So they got promoted last season. They've had a really good season this year. So I think they should be confident going into this game. Should be looking to take away the points, and then the seconds playing straight after them at 2 o'clock. We should be not confident. It's just be a tough game. It's probably one of the hardest games we'll have all season. So. It'll be a good contest.
How's your road to Roses been so far? I know I've got a flatmate who's on the first football team, so he's had to do all sorts of prep as part of this. Tell us a little bit about that, about your training.
Well, we've been training now for the last 2 weeks. Early morning, 6 a.m. rises, ready for the 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. training session. We've also tried to squeeze in some spinning classes. We had a circuit training session as well one evening, which was really good. But we've also we prepared a little bit better this year in terms of our rest, because we trained ourselves a bit too hard last year. We went into the fixtures too tired. A few injuries as well picked up, so we're fully fresh. We've got no injuries as of yet, touch wood. So we think we've prepared better this year.
You mentioned before that this is your 3rd Roses. How do you think it's going to compare to previous years?
I think this will probably be the best Roses yet. It's at home. We should have a big crowd. I think our teams are in the strongest position they are yet, so we've got the best chance of winning. Although for the first team last year, obviously at the opening ceremony, I'm not sure much can come close to that. But for me personally, I think this should be the best one.
Fantastic. Football obviously has got a huge kind of reputation, not just obviously across universities, but it's probably the biggest sport in the UK at the moment. What's your favourite thing about it? Like, if there's one thing that sums up why you love to play football or love to go and watch football so much, like what is it?
I think at this level it's got to be the lads in your team. So there's 60, 70 people in our team, and every single one of us gets on. We get on a training, we have a laugh, we mix. The first team mix with the 4th team, everything. We all mix, we get on, we go for drinks together, we spend time together, we live together. So I think, especially at university, that's the best thing for me.
How did you get involved in football? Like, either when you first began playing football, and how you got involved in it at university?
Well, I think I started playing football probably when I was 10 years old, maybe a bit younger. It was the biggest sport around me, and everyone else is playing it. Your mates are playing it, so you want to get involved. It's an easy sport to get involved in as well. There's the start-up costs in terms of what you need to buy. You need a pair of boots and shin pads, and you can go and have a boot around the park. So I think that, and then at university, I realised I've been playing football for so long. I wanted to carry on, and the University of York Football Club had a good reputation when I started for being competitive, being professional. I thought it's an outfit I'd really like to get involved in. So
amazing. And we'll move a little bit away from Roses at the moment.
Yeah.
Go on a little bit to kind of professional football. Which team do you support?
Well, actually, I support Coralix Andra Football Club.
Which
Where are
division
they
are they in? What league and division are they in?
We're currently fighting relegation at the bottom of League One. So it's not a big side, but we've previously been in the Championship.
Dark times with Coralix.
Dark times, unfortunately. I'm afraid so.
And what did you think about like Roy Hodgson yesterday and Greg Dyke? Did you stick around for much of that, or were you straight out watching the fireworks?
No, we did. Yeah, we stuck around and watched it, and we thought they'd talk a little bit more about Roses as opposed to just the state of England football. It's a bit of a shame, because we've heard Roy in lots of interviews before. We would have liked to hear him talk about the university a bit more, but it was still enjoyable to hear some interesting comments he has to make.
Yeah,
there were definitely legends on stage
without
there
a
before.
doubt, yeah.
It was quite impressive.
But you mentioned that you wanted him to talk maybe a little bit more about Roses. Do you think that actually you've got a lot of support? Do you think there'll be a lot of support out on the fields today?
Yeah, I should think so. I mean, like I say, with the opening ceremony last year, I think a lot of people got behind us and they really enjoyed it. So hopefully they'll see that. They've seen that last year and thought that, this is going to be another good fixture. It'll be competitive. It should be a little bit feisty. sort of should epitomise Roses, I think.
And if people want to get involved, maybe if they're watching the football and maybe they played football before or maybe they haven't, if they want to get involved in the football club, what's the best way to kind of go about that?
I think one of the best avenues into the football club is through the college system. We pretty much all of us who play university football also play college football. So we do tend to pick up on the players who we think would be good at university level, and we also hold trials in the first week of freshers each year. So there are plenty of ways to get involved.
Amazing.
Great.
So the first match is at 11 o'clock?
It's been changed to 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. So
yeah.
the first match is at 12 o'clock. The second match is at 2 o'clock on 21 Applications Acres, which used to be 22 acres. It's just been renamed as part of somebody bought the naming rights as part of the Youth Fund campaign. So yeah, if you've got a bit of free time, check that out.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Ollie.
Yeah, thanks for
I
having me.
hope the Roses are in your favour.
Thank you.
Yeah, now we are going to cross over to have a look and see what the women's football team got up to yesterday. Let's take a
Hello, it's lunchtime. In there, women's football is going on, so let's go in and have a look.
The game was reasonably one-sided. I mean, it was our B team, our A team are about to play now, so hopefully they'll get a better result. But we had quite a few players that hadn't had any experience of competitive football before, but they gave a really, really good go. And we worked really hard. I mean, we were in our own defensive third quite a lot, but
You just come down to watch the game then?
Yeah. The girls are part of our futsal club.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play later. I think they were scored.
I didn't they just equalise? 1-0, dramatic scenes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I watched the seconds and they smashed Lancaster A1. It was great. So now we hope for the first to do the same.
And who do you reckon will win overall?
Well, I'm gonna say York, of course. I don't really know the other clubs. I was focused with futsal, so I'm sure futsal's gonna bring us the points.
Oh my God,
Wow.
that was really, really intense,
I feel
wasn't it?
so unsporty. This is ridiculous. I need to take up a sport. What do you reckon?
I'm actually being a little bit inspired right now. I saw that U Cycle have got a campaign coming up. They've got a cycling event or something like that. But yeah, I was feeling inspired. I almost signed up.
Almost, you were really close.
I've saved the tab on my phone, so fingers crossed. I'm going to go back to it afterwards.
Maybe
But,
you'll take a look at it later.
but
and
yeah,
see.
Twitter is going absolutely mental at the moment. Lancaster Volleyball are getting ready for the game. Apparently the girls are playing in less than 10 minutes and they are excited.
Also, the badminton team here at York did fantastically earlier. They got 8 points for York this morning, which is astonishing. Sorry, Lancaster, you only got 1 point.
Sorry.
Next time, sorry.
Matthew Oldham is on a bus to York ready for Roses 2015 and he's got local students all around him.
We have Dan Leedham. Why, after the NUS conference, did I think Roses 2014 on 4 hours sleep was a good idea?
Don't forget as well, we've actually got quite a lot of maybe like non-physical sports coming up as well.
I might try out one of those. We've got debating, we've got comedy sock. I think that was last
University
night.
Challenge.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
I'm so excited about University Challenge. Fingers crossed for all of you guys as well.
Hopefully.
Um,
And we also have, as well as some of the least physically More intellectual sports. We
We've
have some very intense physical sports.
We've got some very, very intense physical sports, and you might have seen the Roses trailer and have spotted some of York's American football team on there preparing. So let's take a look and have a look what they got up to yesterday.
So we're here at the American football game, Lancaster Bombers versus the York Centurions. At the moment it's 0-0, but I think Lancaster's totally going to win. As you can see, we've got so much support from both teams, and loads of people from Lancaster have come to visit.
This is LA1 TV. We're at the American football. How do you feel, Boydie? Boyd is clearly feeling very excited. It's currently 0-0, but we've currently got possession. I'm looking for a deep route down the field. We're going to win this one easy. The day has been spectacular so far. It's currently about 2 p.m. Looking forward to a great Friday night even. This is LA1 TV out.
How amazing did that look? And did you know that actually a game of American football is almost 4 hours long?
Oh, that must be really intense.
Can you imagine having to keep it up for that long? And that's exactly what I thought with the boxing yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, they only played 3 rounds.
But it was
of boxing.
it was short, but it was like little bursts
It was short
of
and
just
sharp.
absolute power. I've never seen anything like it before. But also, one other event that's going on for quite a lot of the day is ballroom dancing.
Yep, ballroom dancing. From boxing to ballroom dancing, Roses has absolutely everything covered. So regardless of what you are interested in, you can go and check out any sport almost anywhere on campus today. If you can't get out there for whatever reason, make sure you stay tuned to roseslive.co.uk/live, or you can check out any of our other media outlets. URY are doing commentaries.
News and York Vision are also doing a live blog throughout the day.
And of course, you can always keep up to date with anything from anybody on Twitter. Just use the hashtags Roses are red, Roses are white.
Roses are white.
Roses are definitely
Roses are white.
You can also use hashtag Roses 2015 or I am Lancaster. Until then,
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's time to say goodbye, but we'll be seeing you again this afternoon at 3 p.m.
Bye.
Have a lovely day. See you later.